So it's a 2022 New York Giants football schedule prediction. Week 1, they go on the road to play the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, this is the bad way as far as the new coaching staff to open up a season, going against an established organization, especially organization that the way last season ended, it left them a bitter taste in their mouth. So I see the Giants losing this game to the Tennessee Titans in week number 1. Week number 2. The Giants host the Carolina Panthers. So honestly, Matt Rule, obviously we know he's in a hot seat. It's a different situation than Brian Daboll, who's in his first year as a head coach. So he have a little bit of, let's just say, he has a little bit of leeway in a sense. So Matt Rule, he's coming here desperate. The Carolina Panthers are desperate, and Matt Rule is coaching for his job. And in a situation like this, I'm going to pick the desperate team. So I think the New York Football Giants is still going to be working on establishing their culture and establishing Brian Daboll's coaching philosophy. So they will lose to the Carolina Panthers to start the season 0-2. Week number 3, another home game against the Dallas Cowboy. Once again, I think the New York Giants is still going to be in a situation where they're trying to figure out as far as Brian Daboll's coaching and his philosophy. So, but I don't think everything's going to be clicking yet. So, and the Cowboys are already a ready prep team. This team is already established. They have a playoff roster. So I see the New York Football Giants taking another L as far as their first division game against the Dallas Cowboys. Week number 4, they host the Chicago Bears. I don't think the Bears really are a very good roster. Just like I don't really think highly of the New York Football Giants this season either. I think these teams are both in this situation, but the Bears are trying to figure out if Justin Fields is their quarterback, and the Giants are trying to figure out if Daniel Jones is their quarterback. So in this situation, I'm going to give it to the home team. I think the New York Football Giants will get their first win of the season against the Chicago Bears in week number 4. Week 5, they travel to the Green Bay Packers. This is another good matchup for the Giants. The Packers with Aaron Rodgers and company. So I anticipate the New York Football Giants to take an L on the road against the Green Bay Packers. Week number 6, at home against the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson and company. Obviously, the Ravens are coming in this season, and I anticipate them to be one of the top 5 teams as far as Super Bowl favorite. And the New York Football Giants are not at that level. So I anticipate the New York Giants to lose basically by double digits at home against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Week number 7, they travel to the Jacksonville Jags. This game right here, man, I think this is a setup game for the New York Giants, man. I don't know if y'all ever been in Miami, in the state of Florida in October. It's hot, it's humid, and a New York up northeast team going down south, man. I think it's a setup, and Doug Peterson knows the New York Giants roster. He was in the NFC East a couple seasons ago, so I anticipate the New York Football Giants to go to Jacksonville and take an L against Doug Peterson led team and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the humidity of the state of Florida will be one of the factors why the New York Giants will take an L against the Jags. Week number 8, the Giants travel to the Seattle Seahawks, man. We all know the Seahawks. We don't even know what the hell is going on over there in Seattle. They ain't got no quarterback. They got 2-3 quarterbacks. Obviously, the New York Giants are not, the roster is not one to say like they have a quarterback in Daniel Jones. But I think with everything said, I think these two organizations right here are going in separate situations. I anticipate the New York Football Giants to win this game in Seattle against the lowly Seattle Seahawks. Week number 9, this is the bye week. And coming out of the bye, week number 10, I anticipate Brian Daboll to have his team very prepared. Around this time, this is when I think the Giants roster, the Giants player, they're going to get a grips of what Brian Daboll is trying to do as a play caller, as an offensive coordinator, and as a head coach. So I anticipate the Giants to start looking a little bit better collectively, offensively, defensively, and special teams. So you're going to see a little bit more put together against the Houston Texans. I anticipate this to be probably one of the best and the most clean game for the New York Giants and the Brian Daboll-led team so far this season. So week number 10 against the Texans, the New York Giants will get the W. Week number 11, the New York Giants host the Detroit Lions. I think the Giants will be able to beat the Detroit Lions in this game, just because, like I said, the Giants are at this particular stage now. Their players are understanding what Brian Dable is trying to establish as far as a coach and as a play caller. And I think highly of Brian Dable. So I think the Giants are going to have their first back-to-back win of the Brian Dable coaching staff by defeating the Detroit Lions in week number 11. Week number 12, they travel to Dallas, the Big D, to play the Cowboys. I don't think the Giants roster is really at the part with the Dallas Cowboys roster, so I anticipate the Giants to take an L in week number 12. Week 13, they host the Washington Commanders. Frankly, the Commanders, the Giants, they're basically the same team, to be honest with you. You could just flip a coin for this game. And once I flipped the coin, I saw the Giants came in winning this game. So this is a flip of a coin game. And I think the Giants, when I flip my coin, the Giants won this game. So the Giants will win week 13 against the Commanders. Week 14, playing the Philadelphia Eagles. I think, honestly, the Eagles got the best roster in this division. I believe the Eagles are going to be the division. They should be the division winner. I don't think the Giants are close to the Eagles, especially on the offense and the defensive line aspect of the roster situation. So I see the Eagles dominating this game and the New York Football Giants taking an L against the Philadelphia Eagles in week number 14. Week 15, they play the Washington Commanders. Once again, this is the coin flip game. And this time when I flipped the coin, guess what? The Commanders came out winning. So in this game, the Giants are going to lose in the coin flip game between the Giants and the Commanders. Basically, the two teams battling for the worst or coming in last in the NFC East. So in week number 15, the Giants will lose to the Washington Commanders. Week 16, they travel to Minnesota to play the Minnesota Vikings, and the Minnesota Vikings probably going to be one of the best offensive teams in all of football. So this is not a good matchup for the New York Football Giants. Honestly, I think they will play hard, but the Vikings just have too much offensive powers, and I anticipate the Giants will take an L on the road in Minnesota versus the Minnesota Vikings. Week number 17, they are home playing the Indianapolis Colts. All right, so honestly, to be honest with y'all, you can see the Colts the last couple years, man. They don't finish well this season. They don't finish this season well, and I anticipate the same thing. Matt Ryan is old as hell, man. I don't even know if Matt Ryan is still going. He's old, man. So by this stage of the time, I think the Giants and the Colts coming in a cold situation and in the late, in December, it don't vote well for the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Giants are going to take this W, this upset against the Indianapolis Colts, man. W for Brian Dable and the New York Football Giants, week number 17. And to end the season up, week number 18 against the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't think it's a good matchup right now. I think the Eagles right now, Ross, and the way they built mano to mano from the offensive line to the skill position, basically the whole entire roster, I believe the Eagles are better than the Giants, and that's why the Eagles will sweep the Giants. So the New York Football Giants will take another L to the Philadelphia Eagles to end the season in week number 18. So to conclude, I anticipate the New York Football Giants to finish 6-11 in Brian Dable's first season as a head coach. So, and honestly, I don't think this is an ugly 6-11. I think this is a good 6-11, as you're going to see progression throughout the season, and you're going to have a lot of anticipation heading to the season, into the 2023 season, because you can see ascension as far as the Giants roster, the players, the play calling. Basically, Brian Dable, in my opinion, is the right coach, and you're going to see the result. Maybe not the first season, but you're going to see the results in the seasons next and the seasons after. And this has been the New York Football Giants 2022 schedule prediction, man. Y'all know the drill. Like this, love this, share this, and I am out.